welcome to my channel. It's Rachel here. If you're new, welcome. I do scrapbooking videos, happy mail videos, memory keeping, lots of different paper crafting videos. But today we are doing a scrapbook video. This is using the Maggie Holmes Sweet Story collection for the most part. I got these products from scrapbooknerd.ca or are they .com or .ca? I'll put that down below. And then also scrapbook.com. One is a Canadian store and one is American. So what I'm doing is layering. That's one of my favorite things to do. I am taking scraps of paper and layering them behind this photo. I prefer to use the scraps before I use the before I take out a fresh piece of paper, because I hate having scraps laying around. I have so many scraps. I don't need more. So I try my best to use up the scraps that I already have and help them mix and match, and usually it works out okay. And what I'm doing is I'm using my scissors to distress the edges of these pieces of paper, because that gives better dimension and texture to the layers. And I also, if you're doing layers, if you like to do layers or you're learning how to layer on scrapbook layouts, another tip would be to offset each of the layers so that they're not all perfectly the same. And this, I did lots of thin layers. That's usually what I prefer to do. So hopefully that'll help if you want to do lots of layers in your scrapbook layout. Also, another tip is using different types of pieces. So first I did paper and now, or like just pattern paper, and now I'm using doilies and tags and different cut aparts to also create more layers. How many times can I say the word layers? So I also like to distress the edges of tags and things like that I do use, so that it really defines the different, I'm going to say it again, the different layers. And yes, excuse me. Like I said, I'm using the Maggie Holmes Sweet Story collection, and I have the ephemera pack, I got the floral pack, I have the chipboard, I have two different sticker sheets. One was from like an exclusive from scrapbook.com, and then one is just the regular sticker sheet. And then of course I have the paper pad, and I have 2 packs of the butterflies because I love the butterflies. They're really, really cute. It's something I wouldn't have normally purchased. Like, to me, that's kind of like an extra item, and like kind of if I were to splurge, but I decided to get the butterflies because they're really cute, and I'm really glad I did. I'm really happy I got them. And I've heard people say that you can take off, like, I guess they have like 2 different layers, so you can take off the different layers and you have double the amount of butterflies. I have left them because I like more layers, but you can take them apart if you wanted to, which I think is a great idea. Yeah, so I also at this time, I had just gotten a sewing machine. It's funny because today is August 22nd, and this video, the day that I'm doing this voiceover, and this video was recorded, so this project was made on July 24th. So it's been about a month since I've done it. So if I do forget things or miss something, that's why. Feel free to ask me any questions down below if I did miss something, which could very, very well happen. But yeah, that's what happens when I don't get to my voiceovers till later. But here I am, it's up now, and it is September 5th. So there we go. I love using doilies on my projects. I think it makes it look so like delicate and pretty, especially with a lot of the Maggie Holmes collections, because they have like very, a lot of her collections are like feminine, and doilies remind me of that too. Yeah, so I just got a sewing machine at this time, and I decided to use the sewing machine to do some zigzag stitching on the top and the bottom of the photo. Now that I'm more experienced with my sewing machine, I probably would have done a lot more sewing on the different papers and tags and things like that. But at this time, I was pretty new to it, so I just did a little bit. But I'm really happy with the way that looks, and I used like a dark blue color to match the dark blue in the collection. Okay, so I used the title Slurpee Time because this is a picture of me with a Slurpee. So naturally, I titled it Slurpee Time. I love these stickers from Maggie Holmes' Sweet Story collection. They're big and pink and they're foam, and I love the foam stickers. I prefer them much more compared to the like cardboard kind of stickers, if that makes sense. The foam ones are a lot better. So I also put these stars on, and I do remove them and switch around their placement later on, but for now this is where they'll go. It just seemed like really flat, and I don't know, I liked it at first, but then I do change it up. And yeah, oh yes, and then shortly you will see I do some sewing around the edges of the scrapbook layout, which is very exciting because I used to just do like a doodly border, but now I have a sewing machine to do the actual stitched border. I did like my fake stitching with drawing with a pen before. So this is very exciting. You will see that in a moment. And I believe I used the same blue color. I can't remember though. Maybe I used black. I'm not sure. But I'm just trying out different embellishments and different stickers, and I add this cute one in there with the title. Oh, there's my stitched border. I add that sticker in there, and then I realized I thought I need more blue, so I do add more of that dark blue color in because there's a little bit on the stitching, there's a little bit in that one piece of ephemera, and then there was that big part where it is beside the title, to the left of the title, but I needed more to really bring it all together. So I do bring in more pieces of that color. And of course, naturally, I have lots of pink on this layout because I love using the color pink on layouts. And then I'm bringing in this butterfly that has that like teal, aqua, greenish color. And I'm going to put that up on some foam and put that on the layout, and then that'll bring it out from the flower that's in the top right corner and the layer of paper that's behind the photos. So that brings that all together. I took the stars off, as you can see, and I'm going to rearrange them in a moment. But I took out my Tim Holtz tiny word stickers, and I love these. They're my go-to. I don't put it on as many layouts anymore, but they are really my go-to on projects, especially if it's not a design team project, because this isn't really, I'm not on Tim Holtz design team. So if I use, those are my go-to if it's not a design team project, if that makes sense. So now I'm putting those stars back on again, finding better places for them. And hopefully this voiceover is okay. I just did this voiceover, and then there was a really loud bug in the background because I was sitting outside, and I should have just stopped it when I realized that bug was really loud, but I didn't think it would catch the sound. So now I'm doing the voiceover over again, and I'd already saved the video and everything, but I'm doing the voiceover again now, and hopefully I didn't miss anything because it feels like I already said it because I did already say everything. So hopefully I have not missed anything. I'm going to put that up on foam so it's the same height as the title. And oh yes, and then I'm going to put thread behind, oh sorry about my head there. I'm going to put thread behind this ephemera. I don't usually do that. I just thought it would add a nice texture, and again bringing more of that dark color blue because I used it in the sewing on the photo. But it's hard to make it look like naturally messy, if that makes sense. It's hard to make it look proper, but I managed, and I think it still looks good. In a second, once I fiddle around with it, it'll look good. Yeah. Oh, you can see me fiddling with my iPad finding the next video. I'm curious, what do you guys do when you are crafting? Do you watch videos, or like I watch YouTube videos usually, but you could also watch like a Netflix movie if you have like some kind of device in your room. Like I have an iPad that I bring down to watch things on. Or do you listen to music, or do you just have it quiet? I'm curious, what do you do while you're crafting? I like to craft. It feels like I'm crafting with others when I watch like Inky Quill or Missy Whitten or any of my crafty pals crafting, because then I'm like doing it along with them. It feels like, at least I like to think I am, and it feels like you have some crafty friends. Okay, so I am using some mist spray here. This is from the Tattered Angels brand, but I really do need to get more because I'm running low. Probably when I run out, I'll just use black watercolor for now. However, if you do have a brand or store recommendation of where to get mist spray, that would be awesome if you could recommend that. So this is a finished layout. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you'd like, please feel free to subscribe, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye!